Hey YouTube, welcome back to the channel. It's Jamar back from Vegas Scents. And in this video, I'm going over a clone of Boadicea the Victorious's Blue Sapphire. And this is from the house of Paris Corner Emir. And this is the Triumphant Sapphire. All right. So if you are looking for a video kind of explaining the differences between this particular fragrance and the original, then definitely stay tuned for the rest of the video. And also, if you're new to the channel, do me a favor, go ahead and subscribe to the channel. Also, anyone watching, go ahead and do me a favor, leave a like and a comment below. All right. So again, this is the Triumphant Sapphire. This is the front of the box here. So this same sort of design that you see here is also on like the bottle. Also up top, you've got the Emir logo. And on the bottom, you've got like the UPC and manufacture date, stuff like that. You've got like this sort of like etched design on both sides of the fragrance here. All right. And then on the back, you have the sort of authenticity sticker at the top, Paris Corner logo at the bottom, and then like the ingredients. All right. So the bottle for this is pretty nice. It does have a really nice resemblance to the original, and just drop that. Does have a really nice resemblance to the original. And as you can see, like I said, it's got the same sort of design or logo that you saw on the front of the box, on the front of the bottle. Nice, metal cap on this as well. And you can see, I don't know if the camera is picking that up or not, but it's got like a, sort of a design on the cap there as well. And then you've got the Paris Corner logo at the bottom of the bottle there. All right. Nothing on the back. And in terms of the sprayer on this one, sprayer is super average on this one. All right. But in terms of the juice on this, when comparing it with the original from Boadicea, this is super close to that. It honestly is. Now, obviously, the blend quality of the Triumphant Sapphire, it's not going to be what it is in the Boadicea. It just isn't. The Boadicea, I believe, goes for like close to $900 or something like that for a full bottle. Whatever the price is something ridiculous, right? So this fragrance, even though it's only $40, I think overall this fragrance still comes to within at least about 90 or so percent close to the original Blue Sapphire. Like I said, there's definitely differences in the blend quality, and there are definitely different stages of this particular fragrance. In each stage, I would say that you can definitely kind of pick out some differences between the two fragrances. So, as you can see here, man, I do have a sample of the original. It's not a spray sample, but, I was able to compare these two side by side and get, an idea of the differences that I noticed. And one thing that I can actually say is, even though, the blend quality on this one isn't as smooth as what it is in the Boadicea, this actually, it has stronger projection, in my opinion, than what the Boadicea does, at least on my skin anyway. Now, again, when it comes to that quality difference, when you first spray the fragrance on, you're met with this sort of unusual, like fruity, medicinal, herbal sort of opening. All right. And it's definitely nothing that I've ever smelled before. I could definitely see how maybe some people that haven't smelled anything like this before could probably be put off by the way that this particular fragrance smells. It does, to me, kind of have like a sort of mature type of smell to it. But I wouldn't say that this is like a super like old man smelling type of fragrance. This is a super masculine man, sort of, smelling fragrance. But I wouldn't necessarily say that this is a fragrance that, I could only see like a 60-year-old or something like that wearing. That's not the case with this one. I think that this is just more so going to be for like a man that's probably 35 and up or so, or 40 and up. I wouldn't say that this is necessarily my favorite fragrance, but I also don't hate this fragrance as well. And, just wearing this fragrance, I was still able to appreciate it and enjoy it. Now, when I would necessarily wear this fragrance, I don't know. I honestly don't know. I don't necessarily have too many situations where like I'm going to like super formal events. So, I mean, I think that this would probably be good for those types of situations. In terms of wearing this to work, I wouldn't necessarily wear this to work just because it is such a different sort of scent profile. And this does have pretty decent projection as well. So I think some people, especially if you're working within close vicinity of, people like in a call center or something like that, I would say stay away from this particular fragrance for sure. But yeah, I mean, overall, this is definitely, it's a very different sort of fragrance. In the top notes, you get lemon, chamomile, sage, saffron, and tajitis. The main thing that I get from this is like a mixture of that lemon, chamomile, and the sage for the most part. And like I said, that's what kind of gives this like a slightly fruity but yet medicinal and herbal type of feel to it. And then in the mid you have rose, Indian jasmine, magnolia, and then in the base you have oud, patchouli, and amber. When it comes to the florals in this particular fragrance, at least in the Triumphant Sapphire, I don't really pick up on the florals that much. I would say the main thing that I really kind of pick up on is like the sort of herbal, medicinal sort of opening with like the lemon, the chamomile, and the sage. And then also I do pick up on like the oud, the patchouli, and the amber. The oud, I would say I sort of pick up on that even like towards the beginning of the fragrance as well. It does sort of have like a sort of oudy sort of feel to it. It's not like, in my opinion anyway, it's not super animalic. It's not the most skankiest sort of oud that I've ever smelled. It definitely comes off as being a little bit more of like a sort of fresher type of cleaner oud, honestly, in my opinion. This fragrance though, it has like multiple different sort of stages, multiple different sort of feels to it. At sometimes, it feels like herbal and medicinal. At some points, it kind of smells sort of aquatic and fresh. At some points, it smells sort of ambery and, earthy, in my opinion. So there's a lot going on in this particular fragrance. And I think overall, this is just going to be like an acquired taste for the most part. All right. So if you're familiar with the scent DNA of Boadicea the Victorious Blue Sapphire, but you just don't have the money to be able to buy a full bottle, then I think you should definitely check this one out. Like I said, I think this one is at least about 90% close. And performance wise, it's gonna be a really good choice. Like I said, projection, from what I can tell on my skin, is slightly louder with the Triumphant Sapphire than the Blue Sapphire. And also, when it comes to longevity, this is also pretty good as well. I get 12 plus hours on skin of longevity with this fragrance. And then in terms of like the length of like the projection that you get on this, I would say it's about like 2 hours or so of decent projection for like, you know, maybe 3 feet out, I would say. So overall, man, this is a really nice clone of the blue sapphire. Again, if you're familiar with that scent DNA and you like it, then I think you will be able to appreciate and like this fragrance. Just don't go into it, you know, thinking that it's going to smell exactly the same as, you know, what the Boadicea smells. But again, it comes, at least to my nose, at least about 90% close. All right. So check this one out, man. Like I said, picked this one up from Aroma Concepts for, I believe, about $35 to $40 or so. So really nice pickup on this one. And let me know in the comments, have you all smelled or do you own the original Boadicea the Victorious? And have you also smelled this fragrance, and how close do you think that this fragrance comes to the original? All right. So let me know in the comments, man. Again, if you're brand new to the channel, do me a favor, subscribe to the channel. And also to anyone watching, leave a like and a comment below. And once again, that's Jamar from Vegas Scents. I'll see you on the next video.